Because I'm 5'2", I wanna dance with you and I'm sophisticated fun. I eat filet mignon and I'm nice and young. Best believe I'm #1.
Oh my goodness!
Hello again, my darlings. My name is Jen and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys all so much for watching and for all the support so far. I seriously cannot thank you guys enough. But today's look is an after quarantine inspired party look because I just can't wait to go out again. But best believe this is the makeup look I'm gonna be wearing to the party, to the function, to wherever you guys invite me to once quarantine is done. So it's a warm smoky eye with a little bit of sparkle and a neutral lip so you can stunt on all these hoes. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's just get right into it, people. So the first thing that we're going to do is prime our eyelids. You can use an eyeshadow primer. I just use a concealer because it works the same. I use the Maybelline New York concealer and this is in number 20 Sand. Just apply that to both eyelids and then spread it all over your eyelid with your finger. I use my ring finger. I just like using concealer as an eyeshadow base because it's just very lightweight and it's long lasting. So before we cake up our faces, we're gonna do some eyeshadow. This is gonna be a dramatic eyeshadow look, so I don't want any fallout to ruin that makeup. I'm gonna start out with a base color. Going in with my Morphe blending brush. I'm gonna go into my Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia. Go into this raw sienna color here, so it's a warm color. And then I'm gonna apply that on my lid, going all the way up to my crease. So use windshield wiping motions for this. See how I'm going all across my eye like this? Next, we're gonna warm the eye a little bit more. I'm going into my Tartelette Toasted palette from Tarte. So I'm gonna go into this orange color here called Warmth. Then with a flatter eyeshadow brush like this, I'm just gonna apply it to my lids. So we're just gonna pat on the eyeshadow like this because I find that patting on the eyeshadow makes the color a lot more vibrant, if you can't already tell. We turning up the heat. Caliente, caliente. Your eyes so far should look nice and warm like this. Next, we are going to smoke out that outer corner. I'm going into my beloved Morphe palette. So as you can see, there's a lot of browns in here, but I'm gonna go into this shade called Unreal because it has a slightly red undertone. For the outer corners, I always use a flat-edged eyeshadow brush. We're just gonna keep that color on the outer corner. And smoke it out, girl. This color really is unreal. So let's add some more magic to the eye, shall we? We're gonna be extra and apply some sparkle, okay? I'm gonna go into my Huda Beauty Topaz Obsessions palette. Into this like rose gold shimmery color right here. This is what it looks like on my finger, so it's pretty shimmery. I'm gonna use a flat and little eyeshadow brush like this. I'm just gonna pat it on my eye, just the beginning and the middle. I'm not gonna go into that brown color that we put. You don't want to use a blending brush when you're applying shimmery eyeshadow because the bristles are more spread out. Whereas a brush like this, the bristles are more compact, making that shimmer stay on the brush. If you love sparkles, say hey. Hey! So next we're gonna highlight our brow bone with a white or pale eyeshadow. I'm gonna go into my Modern Renaissance palette again, and then I'm gonna use this Tempera color right here. And just apply it with your finger to your brow bone to highlight. You probably guessed it, but the next thing we're gonna do is eyeliner. I'm using the Maybelline New York one, the Master Precise All Day one in black. But just grab your favorite black eyeliner. Make sure you pull the mirror close to you because eyeliner don't play. You gotta be precise with it. And then I'm gonna do the wings first. Take the lightest strokes with it because you don't want to mess up. Also rest your elbow on something stable. Once both wings are symmetrical, just go ahead and fill in your liner. Wings so sharp they could cut a bitch. For this next step, we're just gonna curl our lashes. I just use this Revlon one, so just curl away, honey. So next up is mascara. I'm using the Lash Sensational Waterproof Mascara from Maybelline. This one is a really good drugstore alternative for the Better Than Sex one that I usually use. This is my favorite drugstore one, and you won't see your lashes coming down at any point if you have lashes that tend to fall like mine. So I start at the base of the lash and I wiggle the wand in zigzag motions just because you don't want your lashes to clump together. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Nice and fluttery. This next step is optional, but I'm going to tightline my upper waterline with a black eyeliner pencil. I'm using the CoverGirl Exhibitionist 24-hour eyeliner. The reason I'm doing this is because I want my lashes to look fuller and I want to conceal that upper waterline. How I apply it is I just relax my eyes and then I go ahead and just fill it in. Just relax. If you pull up your eye like this and then try to apply it, your eyes are gonna water for sure. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the other eye. It could just be that I'm so used to it that it doesn't bother me anymore. So to make my eye stand out even more, I'm gonna add falsies. I'm using the Ardell Demi Wispies because these are my favorite ones to use when I'm going out. They're like not too extra, but just like a subtle extra, much like myself, if I do say so myself. So I'm gonna go apply these to my eyelashes. Avada Kedavra. Bitch.
Avada Kedavra!
I live for the drama. Next, just wipe away all the fallout from that eyeshadow. Oh, it left some shimmer on my face, but that's okay. A little shimmer is good for a night out, right? And it adds to the party effect, so we Gucci. Now we're gonna apply foundation. I use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in 220. I love this foundation because it's a matte foundation. When I go out, I just need all that oil on my face just to not disrespect me, you know? So apply it to your neck also. So now we're just gonna wait for a minute so your skin can just warm up the product and it becomes easily blendable. Now I'm just gonna take my wet beauty blender from Real Techniques and then just blend everything out. Nice and flawless. GLAMOROUS. So now it's time to conceal all our flaws. I'm gonna go in with my MAC Studio Fix Concealer in NW30. Apply it to my under eyes. I have redness around my nose, which I don't want to pop up as the night goes on, and then also around my mouth. You can also highlight too with this. So I just highlight up here and then down the bridge of my nose as well. Now just blend it out with a wet beauty blender again. Then for underneath my eye, I use my ring finger to blend it out. You can take it a little higher if you want to. 1-2 step has been stuck in my head the entire day. Let me see you 1-2 step. I love it when you 1-2 step. So we're gonna be sweating, partying, dancing at the club. So we need to make sure that our makeup stays in place. I'm gonna use my Revlon Photo Ready Translucent Powder. Then I'm gonna take my Real Techniques foundation brush. And then I'm gonna apply that everywhere that I applied concealer / foundation. So when you're picking a translucent powder, you wanna make sure that it's a powder that doesn't have any flashback. When you're taking selfies or pictures, some translucent powders you can visibly see on the face, but we don't want to do that. I highly recommend this one. It looks kind of funky, but we're gonna leave this to set on the face for 5 to 10 minutes. So while the powder's setting, I'm gonna go in and do my eyebrows. I'm again gonna use the Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit in the shade 4.5. So I start at the very beginning of my brow, just taking really light strokes, because using light strokes is gonna make the strokes appear more hair-like. We don't want people to know that we work really hard on our face. We just want them to think that we naturally look like this. And then bring it out just to make it look a little longer. Then just brush it out with a spoolie brush. Now we're just gonna wipe off the excess powder with a foundation brush. Then I'm just gonna add some depth to my face by contouring. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow contour stick, and this is in the number 806, Where's Walnut? Where is Walnut? Just apply this to the hollows of your cheekbones, your jawline. And I have a rounder face, so I'm just gonna apply it on the sides of my forehead. Not up here, because you're gonna look like Humpty Dumpty. Also gonna bring it up to my temples just a little bit too. And then with an angled contour brush like this, just blend everything out. Your faces are gonna look so nice and skinty. This next step is also optional, but I'm just gonna go and contour my nose. The same contour stick, I'm just gonna take my eyeshadow brush and just taking a little bit of product on it, you can go ahead and contour your nose. So I just go down the sides of my nose, bringing it up to the beginning of my brow almost. Then right above my nostrils. I just want to make my nose look a little smaller and just like more buttony. Call me Benjamin. Button nose. And there we go. A nice nose. So after contour, we're going to apply some highlight to the face. Into my Modern Renaissance palette, yes, an eyeshadow palette. And I'm going into this shimmery color called Vermeer. I'm going to use that to highlight. I'm just showing you guys alternatives because you don't really need to buy a nice highlighter to highlight your face. You can honestly just use any shimmery eyeshadow that you have. So I'm highlighting my cheekbones, underneath my brow bone again, the inner corner of my eye, pizzazz, on the bridge of my nose as well. Highlighter attracts light, so it's gonna give your face some brightness and highlight the beautiful features on your face. After all this time in quarantine, they forgot how beautiful you were. They gonna know, honey. They gonna know now. We're almost done. I'm just gonna balance out the eyes a little bit more. I'm just gonna line the bottom waterline with the same eyeliner pencil. How you want to do this is you want to push gently with your ring finger so that waterline is revealed. You don't want to pull down because that's going to cause aging that you don't want. So just apply that. And on the other side, I don't bring that liner all the way in. I just stop right here because I'm going to smudge it out. We're going to take a smudgy eyeshadow brush, go back into that Unreal color here. And then I'm going to apply this to the bottom lash line. So after that, I'm going to take the same smudgy brush and I'm going to go back into that warmth color here and apply that right on top of the brown color. The reason I apply the bottom eyeshadow after is because I applied concealer and powder underneath the eye, so I use that as a base. And the last step for the eyes is just to apply mascara on the bottom. So before we apply lipstick, we just want to make sure that our lips are nice and hydrated. I go in with my Frank Body lip balm and then just apply that on my lips. Hydration is key to literally anything in life. Okay, so we're not applying lip liner this time since it is a neutral lip, but if you want to make your lips look a little bigger, then go ahead. I'm going to apply my MAC lipstick in Whirl. It's just a neutral color. My good friend recommended this to me a long time ago, and I still use it. It's my favorite like neutral lipstick to use till this day. Take a tissue and bite down. Yeah. I got tissue in my mouth. And then just reapply. Since you're going to be out on it, you want that lipstick to stay on. Next step, I'm just going to apply this NYX Butter Gloss in literally the same color as my lipstick. And then just apply that on top to give it a glossier effect. Miss me, know you want to kiss me. Very last step, you guys, is just to set our face even more with a setting spray. I'm using the NYX Matte Finish one, which is my favorite drugstore one, by the way. And then just spray that all over your face. Oh, it's cold. And we are done, my darlings. This is a final look. But we looking good. When you show up to the party after quarantine, everyone's gonna be like, oh, Who's that? You got a stunt. So I hope you guys enjoyed my after quarantine party look. Thank you guys so much again for your support and for watching. I know I only film with an iPhone, so we're just trying to make the best out of it, you know? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if there's any look that you guys want to see, don't forget to comment down below. See you next time. So swing it over here, Mr. DJ, and we will rock you up.